Let the walls fall down tonight, it's alright. Let the days go by till there's no one inside. It may be too soon to feel this way, but I can understand. Oh, if you don't go away, I think we're gonna get in trouble.
Hello people, this video is basically talking about the VGAs and how, we all know that they're not the best, but there's some really screwed up stuff that happened with the nominations I saw this year. Now, I realize, last year we all saw how Gran Turismo 5 wasn't nominated for Best Racing Game, or driving game, and so people were saying, oh, because it came out so late, it was before they could put the nominations up, and they'll have them in this year. Well, it turns out they didn't put it in this year either. So that's just lame, dude. Forza's in there, which is probably going to win, but, the way they took out Gran Turismo for both these years was just screwed up. But that's one thing that, like I said, we already knew that it wasn't there last year, and it was a shocker then, and I don't know how many people were looking out for it this year, but it wasn't there. So that's a problem right off the bat. But something else that I just think is this is so screwed up, dude. For the let me look it up real quick. I had it over here. Okay, so for best shooter, the nominations are Battlefield, Gears of War. Yeah, Battlefield, Gears of War, Rage, and Modern Warfare 3. Now, I don't see how Killzone 3 isn't up there, especially when Gears is a third-person game, you know? That's one thing. That's a small thing, but, they put Rage in there, which how much of a shooter is that when compared to Killzone, you know? Now, the other thing that I thought, this was the worst thing I thought, for best graphics, they had Batman, LA Noire, Rage, and Uncharted. Now, I can understand Uncharted, I can somewhat understand Batman, but Rage and LA Noire, how did LA Noire even make it there? I mean, I understand the whole thing with the faces, but other than that, the game didn't look that good, Two games that they were missing on there were obviously Killzone, which is gorgeous and compares to, Uncharted and Killzone are, the best-looking console games. You can't deny that. What blows me away is how, first off, they didn't have... Oh, sorry about that. My tongue got tangled up. But anyway, they didn't have Battlefield on there, which we all know it looks like photorealistic on PC. And they didn't have Crysis. I mean, all the hype for Crysis 2 was basically because of its graphics. And even on consoles, that game looked insane. Much better. The only game on there that really compares to Crysis is Uncharted. Of the games that they listed. Batman, not as good. Rage, nowhere near as good. LA Noire looks like dog diarrhea. I mean, come on, people, I just didn't understand it, dude. I can't understand it, dude. I think the reason they put Rage up there is just because of the fact that id made that game, and they're like, oh, we gotta put stuff up for them. But they didn't put up Gran Turismo either last year nor this year. They didn't put up Killzone or Crysis 2 for graphics or shooter, which was just outrageous, I thought. Especially for graphics, dude, I can't stress to you guys enough how great those games look. I mean, especially Crysis. I don't get it, dude. How could you not put Crysis up there? I have no idea, dude, but we'll see what happens, I just don't get it, dude. It seems like, even in this little thing, the PS3 isn't getting any love, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Killzone, I don't get how that game didn't get more love, especially with graphics, dude. And then Gran Turismo, dude, people just want to hate on it because it's so successful, and it's so great, I mean, when you compare Gran Turismo to Forza, people are always saying, "Oh, Forza 4 is such a better game." But look at it, dude. When you compare the two, look at GameSpot's review. That was the only review I saw for Forza that was a good review, I thought. Every other site just hyped it up as being like the best racing game. But GameSpot actually told us about the fact that the game doesn't have night races or weather effects. You know, I mean, people hate on Gran Turismo so much, dude. In Forza, when it's missing stuff like that, and they said they didn't even add many new tracks. So, I mean, the whole thing was just screwed up, I thought. Uh, I can't get over that whole Gran Turismo thing, dude. Like, you just see right there how biased they are against PS3. Yeah. And we all know that Game Trailers loves the Xbox, you know, but this just, this all confirmed it, you know? Because Game Trailers is mixed in with this with Spike. It's not just Spike or anything like that. But I was shocked they put Zelda up there for Game of the Year nominee. You know, personally, I hope Uncharted gets it. If not, I hope Batman does. Zelda's cool, but I probably won't be getting it. At least not now. You know, I still haven't beaten Twilight Princess, but I don't know, dude. I just don't understand it, dude. LA Noire and Rage for graphics. Like, even a lot of the reviewers talked about how bad the up-close textures were in Rage. I mean, you don't have that problem in Killzone 2 or 3. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. What do you guys think? It's absolutely insane in my opinion. But again, dude, the whole Gran Turismo versus Forza deal, it's crazy, dude. Like I said, the GameSpot review even talked about how it took a bunch of stuff from Forza 3 and it didn't really add much that was new, you know? Especially not having night races or weather effects. You know, and people hated on Gran Turismo so much just because it took so long for them to make. Personally, I'd rather wait so long for one game than have to buy a new one, you know, every 2 years with constant DLC. I mean, whatever, dude. So it's nearing the end of the video. This wasn't the best gameplay, but whatever. Anyway, so I'll have a pump and thrust compilation coming up soon.